Sorry, I'm still just getting everything ready. It sounds a little quiet to me, but I don't want it to be too loud. Hello everybody and welcome back to Pokemon Sapphire. Yeah, I'm live on Twitch this evening instead of the old YouTubes. Like I said, switching over to YouTube wasn't permanent. I just want to try streaming on both platforms here and there and see what shakes loose. You know, had I not changed things up recently, we wouldn't have gained the handful of new subscribers that I now have. So, it's always important to try new things in life and try not to become too stagnant. For those of you who are watching this VOD on Twitch, I tried doing some YouTube streams for a while. I wanted to, you know, try and grow. Let's see, Marsh Top. We probably will end up editing our team today. I don't think some of these are going to be viable in the long run, but we'll see. Oh wait, I don't need to worry about paralyzing and everything. I can just straight up shock you now. That's right, we had the shockwave TM. I could just kind of start laying into you. And if anybody's wondering what this flashing light is back here, it's just a pair of earbuds charging. That's all it is. But with an electric attack, we can finally start raising up Electrike. Goldeen. Oh, damn. Let me see if I have that image in Discord. So that way I can pull it. I want to show you guys something. Let's see, who did I send it to? My phone's on charge across the room, so I kind of gotta rely on, here it is. Open in browser. Save image. Why don't you just put it in post? Shut up. I don't have that kind of editor. I can't add pictures in post. It's add them live or don't have them. Ah, fuck. It's not that I don't want another editor. It's just that they all cost money. Money I do not have. I'm already in debt. I got bills to pay. Let's see. You want to add image, add. Where did it save it to? Oh, you motherfucker. Open in browser. Save image as. Desktop. You piece of fucking filth. Browse. Desktop. Hey, was that so hard? God damn. There we go. So that's what I've been working on for the past few weeks. or month or so. I don't remember how long it's been. It's all kind of just blurring together at this point. But this is in Pokemon Home. Pokemon Go down here at the bottom will be ongoing. But basically what this means is that I had to capture one of everything from that game. So let's say that down here where it says Kanto Pokedex from Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, if I caught, say, a Pidgey in there, and I sent that Pidgey up here to, let's say, Sinnoh Pokedex or Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, it would fill in the Pokedex in Shining Pearl, but it would not fill in that game's Dex entry in Home. You literally would have to recatch a Pidgey inside Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl and send it to Home for it to count. So that's a lot of catching and recatching the same Pokemon over and over. And if you're like me and you have a lot of free time, it's not a problem. What was a problem were all the fucking trade Pokemon that had to be done. So, for example, the Cantonian traders, Graveler, Kadabra, Poliwhirl, all of them had to be traded and evolved. And I had to do that for Sword and Shield, Diamond Pearl, Legends Arceus, the Paldea Pokedex, the Kitagami Pokedex. But I had to do it for each one of these. And when none of your friends are playing Pokemon and have kind of moved on from the franchise as a whole, and you don't have anybody to trade with, you're kind of up shit creek without a paddle. So yeah, I'm gonna take a moment out of our gameplay here and mention that I did something that was super hard to do because I didn't do it when all these games were released. I'm doing it here at the end of the run, so. But it's done until the next game comes out. What do I get for it, you might ask? Nothing. I get absolutely nothing for it. Just the satisfaction of a job done. I honestly don't know what the future holds, just in general, but I don't know what it holds for Pokemon. I don't know when they're going to announce the Switch successor. I don't know about a lot of things right now. Ooh. I wasn't expecting anything to evolve this early on in the day. Sha-na-na-na-na-na. Triathlete Dylan. Well, hello, Dylan. Dylan. Is there anybody else to fight? Bum, bum. There's Volbeat. The Pokemon, not the band. When I decided to sit down and do this stream, I didn't realize I would be as tired as I am. There's a lot going on, and I'm kind of emotionally wiped out and physically wiped out. I've been cleaning and I'm tired. You know what? Now is as good a time as any. Pokeball. Did you come into chat pre-stream and then you left chat already? Volbeat's tails glow like a light bulb. While other Volbeat, or with other Volbeat, it uses its tail to draw geometric shapes in the night sky. This Pokemon loves the sweet aroma given off by Illumise. I am so sleepy. The air is so tasty here. It's so tasty too. Hello friends, I'm your Vitamita Vegemin girl. Are you bored, tired, listless? Do you poop out at parties? Are you unpopular? Well, I've got the answer to all your problems. It's called Vitamita Vegemin. Yes, Vitamita Vegemin contains vitamins, meats, vegetables, and minerals. You can spoon your way to health. Just take 1 big tablespoon after every meal. It's so tasty too. So why don't you join the thousands of happy peppy people and get a great big bottle of Vitamita Vegemin. You people are like, yes, he lost his goddamn mind. He's gone insane. I have no idea what he's talking about. If you know, you know. You know how many TV show and movie scripts I have memorized in my brain? I couldn't do math to save my life, but I've got so many scripts memorized. I invite a Vitimac girl. You tired, run down, listless? Are you unpopular? You pop out at parties? Well, do you? I'll answer all your problems in this little bottle. It's Vitamita Vegemin. Yep, that's it. The sea was angry that day, my friends. Like an old man trying to send back soup at the deli. Can we catch Ninkata? I think we can catch Ninkata relatively early. I think we catch him back near Rustboro City. Okay, he was 10 stories tall if he was a foot. Got about 15 feet out, and suddenly the great beast appeared before me. And then out of nowhere, this huge wave picks me up, tosses me. Find myself right on top of the creature, face to face with the blowhole. I could tell something was obstructing its breathing, but from where I was, I really couldn't tell what. So I stuck my hand in, reached around, and pulled out the obstruction. And then I show you a golf ball. Then I look over at Kramer. He's like, is that a Titleist? Yeah, a hole in one, eh? You could tell I got nothing to talk about. I'm sitting here talking about TV scripts. But this week I'm going to be back to streaming on Twitch, so we can have some VODs stored up on Twitch, so when people do come to the channel, whether they come to the channel via the link trees on the social media accounts or whatever, there will be something there for them to look at. And of course, it'll all link back to the YouTube channel in the end. The videos that seem to be doing the best right now seem to be the Jurassic Park videos, which are not gaming related. The second best thing that I do on YouTube, or the second most viewed thing rather I do, are the vlogs. The gaming content does seem to be like the least viewed stuff, despite it being like the main thing that I do every day, you know. And I don't really have any plans of changing it, you know, the way I do things anytime soon, to be honest. It's like I've always said and maintained, doing this, the streaming was always, you know, more for my own sake than anything else. I don't aim to be one of the big guys, you know. But I'm pretty happy those videos are doing well, though. You know, it's validating. I'm not gonna lie and say it's not. It's validating when those videos get views, and you're like, oh, people took the time to watch a thing I made. It feels good. It's just streaming on Twitch has never really brought me that much attention. You know, people don't want to just sit and watch somebody play, you know, a vanilla playthrough of a game like this without a hook. It's not a Nuzlocke. It's not a speed run. And I feel like the era for doing this kind of thing was pre-commentary YouTube from like 15, 20 years ago. When YouTube was kind of in its infancy, there were a lot of people who were, people who had the equipment at least. It was a lot harder back then to capture your gameplay stuff. But people who had the ability could put up gameplays, and then, of course, Let's Plays were born, commentary channels, reaction channels, things like that. And then it's all history from there. But, I don't know. I have my moments where I love doing this, and I'm super, you know, thrilled every day to get up and say, ooh, I can't wait to sit down and stream and hang out with people and have a good time. And then there are days where I just don't want to do it anymore, you know, where it's like, why am I bothering? Nobody's going to watch this now, let alone 20 years from now, 50 years from now. And then I learned about digital archaeology. Apparently 100 to 500 years from now, they're going to be looking back and combing through just a staggering amount of just human nonsense that's been recorded. And it will require a type of, I honestly assume at that point it'll take like an AI to shift through the data and find anything. Even if you had an office building, a 20-story office building with staff on every floor, combing through every bit of the internet, not just YouTube videos, but like the internet in general. And this is 100 years from now, 200 or 300 years from now, when data has really become compact. There's no way you could find any one piece of data that you're looking for. It wouldn't be like it is today. Like, we're still in the infancy of the internet. Your ass is fortunate enough that you can sit down with a keyboard and Google something and you get your results immediately. In the future, data sets aren't going to work that way. They're not going to be able to. You're going to need, we'll have to rethink our entire cataloging of things. Like, we'll have to kind of reinvent the Dewey Decimal System for the digital age, because I just don't think it's going to be that easy to access information. I could be wrong. You know? I mean, we only have the purview of living in the time that we live in. We can't predict the future to a T, but I definitely think in the future it'll require some sort of computer or algorithm or AI to hunt down something specifically that you're trying to find. I don't think Google can handle it in the capacity that I'm thinking of, you know. But then again, the way we store data may change, which may make it easier to, I don't know. Who knows? It's just fun to think about. Fun little thought experiments, you know. I mean, hell, there's a picture floating around on the internet right now of what people thought that the 2020s would look like in the way back in the 1920s. And there's a woman sitting there holding a device that's basically she's basically on FaceTime. She's video chatting with somebody, and that was produced 100 years ago. So they got that right. And there's some things they just got wrong, like flying cars. I think ultimately, that's the only regret I'll have about not being able to live, you know, past my time, is I won't be able to see where we go and what we achieve and all that kind of stuff. That does bother me from time to time. When I think about it, it makes me a little sad, you know, that you won't know. You just won't know. I mean, I guess you won't be around to be sad about it anymore, but you won't know, and that bothers me. It's the not knowing that gets under my skin. Like, I really want to know what shit looks like 200 years from now. And it's funny because every time I ever hear anybody ask the question, if you could time travel, would you rather go forward or backward? Everybody says backwards. Why? The past is hot garbage. Oh, you want to go back and watch a historical event? You are wasting time travel. You are surely just... I hate you. Why squander that? Go backwards. Let me tell you something to you fans of backwards time travel. You think your ass is bored on a Sunday afternoon and that's with the internet, smartphones, video games, cinema. That's with everything we have today at our fingertips. You're sitting around whining about being bored in 2024. You go ahead. Go ahead. Go back a century. Go back 5 centuries. And then come out and tell me how bored you are. Of course, the second you go back in time and interact with anybody, you're essentially kind of... I don't know how to explain this. Something they never address in time travel is the same issue with colonialism. You're taking back viruses and diseases that didn't exist yet. So you're either going to alter the course of human history or you're going to annihilate it. They won't have the antibodies you have, so you're dooming us all in the first place. But I still just don't understand why you would want to go back. Why back? It's Wally's house. I like the fact that they kept it vague on what disease Wally had. They didn't really delve too deep into that. They just said he was a sickly child. And like getting the fresh air and traveling with his Pokemon kind of helped him get over it and do better. No, I'm not a doctor. Pika. I am wondering though, since they phased out the anime after 25 years, what will they do about Pikachu being the quote-unquote mascot, you know? Because even though they make Pokemon games like this one, where Pikachu is not catchable, it's not available, they still put him in that house with her. So, I don't know. I tell you, I was thinking about this the other day. It's nostalgic for me to hear the original Pokemon theme from the anime, the American version. It's nostalgic for me to see clips of Ash, Brock, and Misty, but it's also extremely cringe to me. I hate it. Like, I cannot go back and watch the original show at all. Because what Pokemon is today, it's a completely different beast from what it was in the 90s. Like, to me, it's not even the same franchise. I don't know. That could just be me. I don't know who else is experiencing that, but I'm having that happen with more and more stuff that I grew up with, where I think about Sonic the Hedgehog. When I think about modern Sonic games, it's not even the same character to me. Mario to a lesser extent. Mario more or less remains kind of the same. But I noticed it with Sonic. I noticed it with Pokemon. It's just doesn't seem the same. Or it doesn't seem like the same character. I'm sure you're going to say, well, no, duh, it's changed. That's not what I mean. I mean, like, they don't seem like the same people. Of course, Sega fucked up the Sonic canon. Originally, it was supposed to be that the chibi Sonic characters from the Genesis were them as children. And then the taller, lankier characters from Adventure 2 forward, they're supposed to be like, I don't know, a 10-year gap where now all those characters are in their late teens, early 20s. And that was the direction that Sega was going with Sonic until they retconned it and screwed up the whole thing with Sonic Generations. Tails had that line where he said, well, you're that Sonic from another dimension. Number one, that's not how dimensions work. Number two, no, that's not how this works. So they screwed it up. So canonically now, you have Little Sonic and Big Sonic as two completely different people. It's not the same character, which fucks with my head because I always liked it being I like the idea of them growing up with us. But no. They took that away from me. And now I don't get to have it. I just have to live with the knowledge in my head that from roughly Sonic Adventure forward, it's two completely different individuals. But I imagine that over time, Pikachu will be phased out more and more, and you'll just start seeing more merch that's generalized. We've already seen it in the past 10 years anyway. You can go to the Pokemon Center websites, and there's so much merchandise that has nothing to do with Pikachu. And it's such a far cry from what it was in the 90s and the 2000s. Which is fine. Pikachu's okay, but I'm a little sick of his ass. It'd be nice to see some other Pokemon get the limelight for a while. I'll be honest with you, it feels like I've been streaming for an hour. It's only been roughly 30 some odd minutes. It's a long one tonight. Especially because I gotta pee. I kind of had to go when I sat down to stream, and it's like, I can't hold it for an hour. Here you go, youngins. This has definitely been a chatty episode. Okay, I need the distraction. Our dog is, he's got an appointment in the morning, and, it's the appointment that they don't come home from. It's that time. He outlived his life expectancy of his breed by 2 years, so that's good. We fought this guy, yeah? Yeah, we did. Alright, that clears out that route. Alright, that clears out both routes on either side of Maulville. Now we can head north. Like you know what? I feel personally like we should make this team work. I said that I was wishy-washy on Whismur, and I didn't know if I could make Whismur work. But my gut is telling me to use this team. You know? We just need to maybe dip into our TMs real quick and see what we have. Wow, nobody can learn bulk up. Okay. Strength. Somebody's got to bite the bullet and learn strength. Who's it gonna be? How many HM moves do you already know, buddy? Ooh. Cut and rock smash. Alright, I'm not giving you a third. No. How about we give it to Electrike? I just found shiny Electrike in Pokemon Go the other day. I don't think I had one before then. I don't know. Roomish already knows Slash. Okay. Okay. Let's fight the, whatchamacallit family. Windstrait, I think? I don't remember this family's name. It was Windstrait. Windstrait Victor! Taylor! And Whismur. Woo! Why'd a quick attack do so much damage? Damage. Stop! You stink, bitch. Oh, thank God we have one revive. Note to self, buy more revives. Hey, look who's here. I'm glad you're here. I've been here for 37 minutes talking to myself. World peace? I'll be honest with you. We can achieve world peace tomorrow, but we got to do two things first. We've got to abolish capitalism and religion. Two heads of the same snake, both evil. And we got to do something about the Middle East. I am including Russia in the Middle East. It's always them. Every time with that, it's always that area. Every time. Every time. We can do those two things tomorrow. We should have some world peace on our hands. I could tell somebody's gonna come to me in the comments. You're being racist. You're being anti this. I'm a grown ass man. I don't hurt anybody. I don't use my beliefs to hurt anybody. What's their excuse? I'm going to get so much hate now. I'm going to be called ignorant and everything else. I'm sorry. I don't care. I've made it 40 years just about on this earth without going to war or hurting anybody. I'm an adult. I'm an adult with a wisdom that can I heal in between? We can't heal in between battles. We'll try Uproar. I don't like the fact this Roselia is using so much growth. When they live on their farm in the middle of nowhere. Now I want to go watch Courage, the Cowardly Dog. Damn it. Alright, maybe we're not going to be able to make Wismer work after all. I tried. You can't say I didn't try. So the rankings are the dad, the mom is stronger than the dad, then the daughter stronger than the mother, then the grandmother stronger than the daughter, but the son is stronger than the whole household. Yeah, the Roselia design is kind of... It's kind of great. Son of a whore. It knows water gun. Not great. Our dog has he recently had surgery and he had a tumor removed from right here, and it was cancerous, and they said he still had cancer. He was supposed to go back and get more surgery to have it removed, but he's not gonna make it. He's been kind of staring at nothing and blank and very lethargic, and this evening he collapsed and pissed himself and kind of laid there for a while, and we got him to sit up, and he kind of came back to his senses and knew where he was and smiling and panting, and he laid back down and went right back out. So he has an appointment in the morning that he won't be coming home from. But he outlived his breed's life expectancy by 2 years. And I am tired. I've got to get up early tomorrow, and I did laundry, I did the dishes, I vacuumed, I cleaned my bathroom, scrubbed the toilet, and now I'm doing this stream, so I had a busy day, but a very drowsy day. Hey, what's up? I am fighting the Windstrait family. It's that family living in the house where it's like 4 battles back to back. I can't heal or do anything in between fights. Ah, paralyzed. Grandma! Dare you, mate. Oh, she's mad. She just has the one. Meditate. Okay. I don't think you'll be too hard. The violence. I'm gonna go ahead and use Leech Seed too. Oh, it knows high jump kick. That's not good. That's not good for me. Of course, I'm ultimately not worried because we have the bird. Willow. The high jump kick is something else, though. It is annihilating my whole team. I think he's 9 years old, 9 or 10. Like I said, my sister told me that the life expectancy of boxers is 7 years, give or take. I haven't Googled it to validate that. Not validate, but verify that. I'm just going off of what she said, but yeah, I think he's 9-ish, so it's about that time. But tomorrow's gonna be a sad day. There's the macho brace. I had caffeine and I am still a zombie. I am so desensitized to caffeine. I need to lay off it, that way I can build up or lose my tolerance to it again. I've had caffeine every day of my life since I was a child. I don't know that I'll ever lessen my tolerance for it. Okay, before we head in the other direction, let's do some shopping. First off, is there anything in my pockets that I absolutely don't need? No. Nope. Okay. Well, I've definitely learned my lesson about needing some revise. Tell me she does not have any for sale. Well, we could use some Pokemon balls. I don't want your Premier balls. Just don't. And now we're broke. Do we hold on? Do we have the amulet coin? Because that would be great. I don't think we do. No. As soon as we can find the amulet coin, though, might have to look that up. Why did I talk to him? Okay. I'm just gonna straight up give up on Whismer because that's getting me nowhere. They're going to use Whismer and Magnemite. So how about I use... That's good. That's good enough. Like I said, Whismer and Magnemite. Well, Water Gun's going to be super effective there. We'll just Rock Smash the Whismer. This week is going to be a very busy week as far as streaming is concerned. We have more Animal Crossing New Leaf to do. We need to finish Unravel. More Pokemon stuff to do. So much coming out. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's just focus all our attention on Magnemite and get rid of Magnemite. I'm so torn on giving up on Whismer. Alright, you know, I'm going to leave it up to you. You tell me, should we raise Whismer or should we find a new Pokemon? I'm going to let you guys decide. Are you Team Whismer or Team somebody else? Ooh, Iron Defense. I don't have any room for it. No. You know what? We'll just get rid of Headbutt. New Pokemon. Alright. We'll do that. They want an interview for their television show. Cameras ready? Hi, I'm your Vitameat Vegemite girl. Let's see, speech. We can do a full Hoenn team. That is doable. Huh. There we go. Perfect fit. Let's see if a Geodude pops out. Oh, okay. We should do that as we play through each region. We should just use the Pokemon from that region. I just don't want to I don't want to just say that off the cuff though, because sometimes you might need something that is from another region that be kind of hard to stick to that. We'll see. We'll see as we go along. Okay. Sorry, Whismy, but we tried. Alright, do you want to just go... Let's go catch something else. There's really slim pickings there in the old PC box. Let's just catch a new Pokemon on a route somewhere. I think we're coming up on Numel and Torkoal, so that might be, there we go, that might be a good bet. Sandshrew! Oh my damn. You better get one-shotted. Sorry, kid. I'm strong. I won't cry if I lose. We'll see. Trying not to hunch. Over. Hard to do. Naturally, I just want to hunch and slouch over, but I'm trying not to. I don't think I've ever been on a picnic in my life. That is something we need to do this year. Won't be anytime soon because it's still winter. It's supposed to get really cold this week. And I already just put up a vlog, so I want to put up another one so soon. I'll try using strength instead. Yep, that's about what I thought. The grass portion of Lumbre is countering the electric attack I'm using. Nope, we got more people to fight. Chop. Machop. As we've always called it, it's Machop. It's probably Machop. Do you pronounce it Mario or Mario? Pasta or pasta? Mario eats the pasta. Because he's from New York. New York. Pecan Havajad. Takis. Ooh, Mud Sport. That one is the one that just weakens. Yeah, okay. Yeah, no, I don't need that. Thank you. See, I never understood that move. Mudkip or Swampert already can't be hit by electricity. He's ground type. What's the purpose of... Why? What's the purpose of weakening electric attacks if I already am not going to be hurt by them? I guess you could say if I'm doing double battles or something, or if I'm preparing the next Pokemon, you know, I don't know. I'm not good at chess or checkers. I don't do well at thinking 5 moves ahead. I'm dumb. I'm real slow in the head, and I'm, you know. A lot of it has to do with just being tired 24 hours a day. No matter how much sleep I get, I'm always tired. I hate it. I slept 11 hours. I went to bed around 1:30, 2 a.m. Woke up about 1:30 this afternoon. Feel like I didn't sleep a wink. I'm doing great. I'm gonna live to the ripe old age of 39. How many Geodude does one person need? Here we go. I look tired. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm hoping that I'll sleep a little better tonight. I'm gonna go to bed a little earlier. My stupid Pokemon Go Plus didn't record my sleep data. Boo! Not Grimer again. You know, I wonder if we'll even see a shiny in this playthrough. What do you think? You think we'll find any shiny Pokemon? I don't think we found any yet in Kanto or Johto. Johto! Numel. Now here's the question. Do we raise the Numel or do we raise the Torkoal? I've raised Torkoal plenty of times, but I've never raised the Numel, so I'm leaning more towards the Numel. Also, you look tired might be the nicest thing anybody said to me. All the things you could have said I look like. Tired is the most polite. Numel stores magma of almost 2,200 degrees Fahrenheit within its body. If it gets wet, the magma cools and hardens. I wonder what that is in Celsius. 2,200. Okay. Temperature. We'll do Fahrenheit to Celsius. 2,200. Oh, so that's 1,204 Celsius. Oh, that is a big difference. In the event, the Pokemon's body grows heavy and its movements become sluggish. Or in that event, rather. It's holding an item. What are you holding? Where do I tell? Ah! Raspberry. Rossberry? Rostberry. There's no P in there, Eric. You need to learn how to read. You need to learn how to read. This is the temperature of a normal day here. Oh yeah. I'm not looking forward to the summer heat. Why'd I do that? Why? I need somebody who can pack a punch. Who can... Why? Why did I send out metal? I'm so dumb. Rock Smash did nothing. Okay, oh boy. Metal Claw? Let's see here. Turtle. I just realized my entire team is very, well, most of my team is very weak to fire. What do you mean it missed? Yeah, there you go. I didn't think you could hit Torkoal with electricity. Okay. You would, wouldn't you? Alright, you'll have to hang on a minute for hydrate, because I gotta get up and get my water. I forgot it. I am so bad about bringing my water over here to do this stream. How long have I been streaming? How many years? And you'd think that by now I would remember. Oh, I need a dunce cap. Torkoal generates energy by burning coal. It grows weaker as the fire dies down. When it is preparing for battle, this Pokemon burns more coal. We're out of the cave. Alright, let me grab these berries and then I'll go grab my water. I started watching the Halo television series, and I like it. I heard not a lot of people do. I heard a lot of people complaining about it, but I liked it. Alright, I'm gonna grab that water, and I'll be right back. What's CGI or live action? You're talking about that, the Bulbasaur screen we just cut to. I'm pretty sure that's all computer generated stuff. No, I can't get the lid off. I don't understand. Why is it? Oh, the Halo TV show. Duh. It's live action. I'm so dumb. I mean, it's not the best written thing in the world, but I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it. Not like that Resident Evil that they put on Netflix not too long ago, the live action that lasted like one season and then it got canceled. I didn't like that. I hated that. It was awful. And I saw Charlie, Moist Critical, was shitting all over the new Squid Game, like Squid Game The Challenge. I loved it. I thought it was pretty entertaining. I had a good time with it. He and I end up disagreeing on so much entertainment-wise. He has such weird takes. I don't know. This punk switched out the Whelmer after my Electrike fainted here. You little son of a gun. You little turd. Super potion, okay. I want to say there's a place we can heal right up here. I don't know. I guess we're gonna find out. Shit. I thought you had a ground attack. Ugh. Numo, come back. You can blame it all on me. Yes, I'm sorry. I just can't win without you. Numo, come back. You're about to get mud shot in the face. I'm also watching True Detective Season 4. There's just not a lot of TV shows left to watch. I mean, there's not a lot out there to watch. So, I'm being choosy with my selection. Because, I mean, I spend most of my time on Twitch and YouTube anyway. So when I go off those two, I try to find something, you know, that is worth it. So the animated series only had 6 episodes, but the manga has like over 100. Am I reading that correctly? Swallow will do great here. The only manga I ever read was Full Metal Alchemist, and I didn't finish it. I got really high up there though, but it just kept going, and I was like waiting on it to come to an end, you know, and it just never ended. It just kept going. I mean, I loved it. I just didn't want 1,000 different books of it, you know what I mean? And then the show ended, and I was like, okay, I feel like this is a good stopping point. Then they put out Brotherhood, and I didn't like Brotherhood that much. I preferred the original series. I would read more manga if it were like easily digestible. Well, no, not easily digestible. If it were easily accessible, like I just don't want to buy 100+ books in a series like that. You know, I'm too lazy to sit here at my desk and read it on the computer. So, yeah, my phone maybe? I don't have a tablet, like what do they call those, the tablets that you can read on? Combination of Marstomp and Aron was divine. Yeah, I thought about the ebooks, audiobooks, all that kind of stuff. I don't know. So the problem I have with reading is that I really rarely ever find subject matter that I'm interested in. And then when I do, the problem is I'll stay on the same page because my mind will wander. I don't have like the ADHD medication and stuff. So when I try to read, I get super distracted in my head and I can't help but daydream. Then if I listen to audiobooks, it's the same thing. I'm on board with the audiobook. I'm listening. I'm all in. But then I get super bored super fast because I'm just sitting here in a room staring at the wall listening to the audiobook. So I don't know. Yeah, and then like with manga on the phone, you know, you're sitting there like, I don't know. I'm not knocking it. It definitely has entertainment value, and probably some of the best stories ever told have been told through that media. It's just, I don't know. I'm older. I'm set in my ways. You know, with my like visual media is more my thing. I'd probably be a lot less dumb. Probably be a little bit smarter if I read more often, but it is what it is. It is what it is. And with that, I'm going to wrap things up for tonight. Like I said, this week we're going to be back on Twitch, and for the next month, for the rest of February and March, we may or may not dance back and forth between Twitch and YouTube. Just depends on how I feel day to day. It's going to be random. But tomorrow might be a little rough. If I stream, it might be later in the day. I don't know. I don't know what time tomorrow I'll stream, if at all. If you don't see me tomorrow, you'll see me Tuesday. All right, see you, folks.